Today's video, 16 things not to do in Germany.
We are Greg and Lisa, an American couple living abroad in Spain. If you're curious about the crazy, funny, and surprising differences between the I keep doing that, the US and Europe.
Eurus.
You came to the right place.
Okay.
All right. So let's take a look here. This is Deanna and Phil.
Yes, this is another recommendation from Heinz.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you, Heinz. I like Heinz. All right. So we're going to take a look here, see what we can see.
What's up, everybody? We are Deanna and Phil. Deanna is from the United States and I am from Germany. And in this video, we're going over 16 things that you should not do in Germany.
She's funny.
I need to start copying you.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, all right.
Whatever you say.
So some of these things are a little more serious and some of them are going to be pretty funny. So let's just get right into it.
All right, number one, you should never recycle, wrong, or throw away your Pfand.
Fund.
Well, maybe they're going to tell us.
I know. I feel like I might know what that is. But let's see.
So Germany is a
Recycle?
pretty green country and people tend to take their recycling pretty serious. So if you're here, you should not just throw everything in one bucket, but separate it between plastic, metal, paper, rest, and all that good stuff. I don't even know how many there are.
So fund is a deposit where you pay a little extra on bottles or cans and you'll usually return them at a little machine in the supermarkets where you get a voucher and your money back for doing a good thing. So never throw away your fund bottle. Fund.
Number two, you should never drive on the left or the middle lane of the Autobahn.
Okay, yes, we knew that. We knew that. Okay.
Yeah,
There's
heard that
actually a law in place that requires you to drive on the right lane on the Autobahn at all times unless you're overtaking somebody. So if you're not planning to go super fast and overtake a lot of people, you're required to drive on the right lane. So don't drive in the middle or the left lane slowly and block traffic. Because
He said don't drive in the middle lane?
Yeah.
If there is a middle lane. Okay.
Okay,
I was like in between. I don't know. What do you
people will get aggressive.
And honk. Number three, don't walk in the bicycle lanes. In Germany, there are a lot of different bicycle lanes in and out of the city.
That's good to know because some people could do that. You know, well, it depends. Like if the bicycle lane, like out here, is really close to the sidewalk. So sometimes you step off the sidewalk into the bicycle lane.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. And our boys go on the bike lane a lot, skateboard or bike. And one of their biggest complaints is people go on the sidewalk.
Exactly.
And especially in student towns, there'll be a lot of bikers. So don't walk in them. Walk in the pedestrian zones or a sidewalk. That's
She called it student towns.
Oh,
That's interesting. It's like college towns in America.
yeah.
what they're for.
Number four, do not address strangers using their first name. It is kind of funny, but in Germany for the word you, if you address somebody, we have two versions. There is du and there is sie. And sie is a polite version. It also implies that sie, you're on a last name basis. So that is the polite version to use. And if you meet somebody for the first time, or especially an elder person, you use the polite form. You do not use their first name. You are on a last name basis and use the sie instead of the du. And
Do you use first names? I'm trying to think. If I meet somebody, do I use the first name? Because I guess like if somebody is like, hey, this is Tom. I mean, they probably don't even tell you their last name.
Oh, yeah. Just use the first name.
But if it was Tom Smith, I'd be like, okay, Tom, nice to meet you.
And what also it reminds me of like in Latin American Spanish,
Right.
they use ustedes versus the tu form.
Right.
And so is that what it's like?
I think so.
So there's
no, I mean, he's kind of saying that no, that's different. Because what he's saying is don't use the first name when you first meet somebody in
you
a conversation.
say C or what was it?
But there's probably like C, their last name, like C. Lewis.
As in Mr. Lewis?
Yeah. Something like that. Something like that. Luckily, we have people that will tell us. Yeah. Okay.
And if you get to know a person very well and you're on a friend basis, on a first name basis, then it's fine to use the first name and the du. Du Deanna.
Du Deanna.
See? He said, dude, Deanna. So that's how you say hi to people. So you would say dude, Deanna instead of just Deanna.
Their name.
Right.
Oh,
and if it's somebody who's, I was gonna say professional, What's the right word? Mature? No.
You just want to treat them with
show
respect. Yeah. So whoever that may be. Sidiana. Oh, what?
Anna. Number 5. Don't use public transportation without a ticket. A lot of the public transport.
Like just get on and just.
Oh, as opposed to like paying with your phone or paying with a card.
Oh.
Like you can here in Spain.
Number 5. Don't use public transportation without a ticket. A lot of the public transportation systems are controlled a lot, and there'll be men and women who just appear once the ride has started.
Is that what they look like? That looks cool.
That isn't nice.
Is it like a?
Oh, that.
Is it like a?
It's some kind of train.
But does it have a separation line? Let's see.
Are controlled a lot, and there'll be men and women who just appear once the ride has started to check on everyone to see if they have a ticket.
Yeah, they're undercover. And the fines are usually kind of high or out of proportion with the ticket prices.
Yeah.
A number I always have in my mind is 60 euros, but nowadays it might be even more, like 80 or 100.
It's not worth it.
Okay, number 6, and this is a little bit more of a serious one. You should never show the Nazi salute or joke about Nazis in Germany. Of course, because of the history in Germany, it's kind of a forbidden thing to do. And most of the Germans nowadays were kind of raised by this post-World War II anti-Nazi generation. If another person comes to the country and does anything Nazi-related, it's so out of our minds that it's so weird that the world still thinks that. So that's quite offensive, and you should never, ever do that.
I can imagine someone doing that. I can
imagine. There's some crazy whack jobs out there to do some crazy stuff.
In America, there's been some recent crazy whack jobs doing some
and there's people with
things.
the online culture and everything. I can totally see somebody doing that. So they need to watch our video, all of them, before they go over there.
I know.
Then they won't do it. But I would never do that. I might lose my mind if I saw somebody do that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And by the way, the same thing also applies to sing the old version of the national anthem. And I think around the world, a couple of people still think that might be it. And it's the one with the Deutschland, Deutschland über alles. That is the Nazi anthem. You're not allowed to sing that anymore. The real one is Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit, blah, blah, blah. That's the newer national anthem. And that's the only one that's supposed to be sung in Germany.
That is interesting.
I had no idea.
That might be a good video.
Yeah.
The different national anthems and when they happened and the history of them.
I feel like it's not appropriate to play the old national anthem. It's a video. It would be a video that we would be reacting to, but it just seems so inappropriate.
It does. But I mean, it's part of history. I would imagine a lot of our people watching our channel would like to hear that. So man, that's interesting. I learned something new. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, don't gossip in English in public.
Oh.
Most Germans have a very decent grasp of English, and they'll probably understand you. I know it's very common when people go to other countries, they tend to gossip in another language. I've heard it spoken in different languages all the time, and it's a little uncomfortable and embarrassing when other people understand you. So to avoid uncomfortable situations like that, gossip behind their back.
I assume here in Spain, when we're speaking English outside, I assume that people around us understand.
You do?
Yeah. I don't ever assume that I can just really talk about somebody or say something embarrassing.
Wait, are you saying you talk about people?
I don't even talk about, but I'm just saying like something that might be embarrassing. Like if we're saying something.
Yeah. And we could be like, can you believe this person standing up? Like that. We can't say that.
Can't say that. Or like, oh man, I have to go to the bathroom. I don't know, something that I wouldn't normally say out.
That's true.
I just assume they understand.
That's true.
Number 8, you should never disrespect the German quiet hours. So every day, or rather every night, from 10 p.m. till 6 or 7 a.m. the next morning in Germany, by law, there are quiet hours. So you're not supposed to play loud music, do construction or anything like that. Most of the country kind of abides by that rule, which means there's very little.
I think that's what he said. Let me see.
Quiet hours. a.m. the next day, or rather every night from 10 p.m. till 6 or 7 a.m. the next morning in Germany. by law, there are quiet hours. So you're not supposed to like play loud music, do construction or anything like that. Most of the country kind of abides by that rule, which means there's very little noise pollution during the night when you're trying to sleep or relax. And I think it's a kind of a nice thing. So if you do that, the Germans probably will call the police on you because they think they're in the right and they do that and the police knocks and like, turn it down. Never, ever disrespect the quiet hours.
That's cool.
I think that's why I've seen someone that was saying that they felt like there were a lot of rules and regulations in Germany.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you feel free. Maybe this is one of them where it's like, this feels like a restriction of some sort, but it's depending on how you look at it.
That's true. It'd probably be a restriction that I would like.
Yeah, I think the majority of people would like it. Some people probably wouldn't.
But I wonder, like, what happens when there's like if there's a festival or a concert.
Maybe there's some exception.
Maybe, or I wonder if just everybody just knows, like, because you have to be done at 10, you need to start early or something. Or
I would imagine there's exceptions for carnivals, festivals.
Maybe.
But then people leaving those.
Yeah, you got to be quiet.
You got to be quiet.
Yeah, you got to leave quietly.
Yeah.
All right, so before we continue with the video, we want to take a quick moment to remind you guys, please go and like the video. It helps us out a lot. We're still a small channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I can see that about 80% of the viewers are not subscribed to the channel. Also, if you want to further support us, you can do that on Patreon. We have a Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Deanna and Phil. And we have different tiers of support and benefits that you get on there.
She knows what he's going to say.
Yeah. Highly, highly appreciated.
Yes, and we wanted to take a quick moment to shout out our newest Soulmate Patreon, Jeff Lobick.
Jeff Lubick?
Lubick? We're not sure if it's the German or the English pronunciation. Correct us if we're wrong.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh,
and
cool.
back to the video.
So number 9, don't solely rely on credit card payments. In Germany, there's still a lot of things that are pretty cash-based, and sometimes your credit card will even be rejected from a stall, a bakery, or a vendor. So it's important to note and make sure you have cash on you. So number 10.
We do that here. We recognized here in Spain that a lot of people use cash.
Right.
So we purposely go out once a weekend or something and get a get $100 or whatever, and that's what we use to pay at the cafes and small things.
Plus, because I just feel so bad to be like, here's my credit card. It's $5
or $7.
Yeah, €5.
Oh, euros. Ooh, doing that.
It's all right.
Don't expect small talk. If you're from the South and you're used to the good old Southern American small talk, that's not going to happen. And it's not trying to be rude, it's just a cultural difference. So don't expect to chat with a random stranger about the weather or something.
Number 11.
We're okay with that.
Is do not expect free water anywhere. So if you're used to the American way, you go to a restaurant and the waiter comes right away with a nice bucket of cold ass water and refills you for free all evening long. That is not a thing in Germany, and you should not expect that. I think it's quite of a dumb thing, but water in German restaurants is quite expensive and most of the times even bubbly.
Sprudelwasser.
So in some places you could actually ask for tap water and potentially get it for free, but a lot of places don't even do that, and if they do, it might be a little frowned upon. But in general, you should not expect free water everywhere.
So do they? Well, they don't charge you for tap water, because he's saying you can do it and kind of expect maybe it might be free, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they do charge you for tap water. I don't know.
When we ask for water here, we usually just say botella de agua, a bottle of water. Or if we say water, they just bring you a botella de agua, a bottle of water.
Right. You have to ask for a glass.
You have to specifically ask for a glass of water or tap water.
Right.
And then that's free.
Yeah.
But I don't think you have to pay for tap water.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if I wanted. I would pay for it, but I'm just curious if that's the case. Let's see.
A little frowned upon, but in general, you should not expect free water everywhere. Number 12. Do not enter a house with your shoes on. So all around
yay.
Germany, it's
Bravo.
pretty common to take off your shoes if you enter somebody else's house, or at least you should ask if you should take your shoes off. And sometimes they say, no, you don't have to, but a lot of times people take their shoes off right at the entrance, leave them there, and then just walk around in your socks.
Leave your dirty shoes in the front.
Yeah. I'm kind of...
I mean, it's good. I mean,
Oh yeah, we've always done that, even in the United States.
yeah. I think in Spain it's not customary.
It's not
A
customary.
lot of people don't do that.
Yeah,
but-
from the videos we've watched,
Yeah.
they wear their shoes in the house.
Right.
No, on average.
Right.
But
It's most common.
it's more common. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, we like that. We take our shoes off because the streets are so gross.
In serio.
Then just walk around in your socks.
Leave your dirty shoes in the front.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious how many of the households do that. I would say the majority of the households in Germany do that thing and do not walk around with their shoes on. Maybe let us know in the comments below if you had to take your shoes off at your parents' house or how you do it at the moment.
So number 13, don't give advance birthday wishes. Even if it's a day before someone's birthday and you will not see them on their birthday, do not wish them a happy birthday.
It's not their birthday yet.
I learned that after coming to Germany. You are not allowed to wish them a happy birthday until on their birthday or after their birthday.
Yeah, and I was surprised to learn in the US that a lot of people do that actually.
Yeah.
Some people will
Who does that? I'm not.
What
is that?
before?
Yeah.
Well, like I just did it to friends of ours that are here in Spain. They're British.
Like your birthday's coming, so
What she was,
I'm not gonna
they
see
were
you.
celebrating. They were taking pictures, and his birthday was coming this week. And I just said, "Oh, happy early birthday!"
right.
So
I mean, I have one friend, my best friend, who wishes me. We wish each other birthday the day before, customary because we call it your unbirthday. This is not your birthday yet; it's your unbirthday. So, just a joke. But
Yeah.
I've never done that to anybody else.
I just did it. There's a few times where
Yeah. Okay.
I
Good.
don't know.
Girl, I've been with you a long time. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
learning
did it.
this.
I did it like 2 days ago.
Oh, dang. Well, I must not have been there.
have a party a week in advance if that just works with their schedule.
So much bad luck. Number 14 is kind of a very serious one. You should never, ever expect to be dressed in a sauna on every beach. All right, this is kind of a funny one. We just wanted to throw that in there. In Germany, in a sauna, usually you are naked. You go in with a towel and then you take it off or whatever, but you are actually not allowed to wear any clothing. If you wear clothing in there, people can get
That's
the
good.
whatever security or supervisors and they'll throw you out or make you undress.
Yes. Take your clothes off. What you doing in here? Get your clothes off.
No,
not
I mean, in
right
the
now.
United States, we don't do that. We wear like our bathing suits.
In the sauna?
Yeah, you wear your bathing suit in the sauna. Or, oh wait,
No.
you wear a towel.
You wear a towel. You don't
Oh,
wear your
yeah.
clothes.
But so I'm wondering, are they wearing towels?
Yeah, towels. He said you wear a towel. That's what
Oh,
he
you wear a
said.
towel. Okay,
You don't wear
I missed that
bathing
part.
suits, jeans,
Oh, okay.
t-shirts, tennis shoes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Towels good.
Must be naked.
Yeah, there are also parts of beaches in Germany that are
yeah.
especially for nakedness, nudity.
Beaches.
Yeah, nude beaches. We call it FKK, Freikörperkultur. And on these beaches, you have to be naked. It's not allowed to wear any clothes.
Like fully naked?
yeah, fully naked.
Yeah, so I've yet to go to a nude beach or a nude sauna, but I'm open to it.
Ho ho.
Why? Just gonna be a whole bunch of older people. So number 15, don't abandon your shopping cart. I feel like in the US sometimes there'll be
This is a conversation in our house.
Oh no! Wait, she may mean outside.
Okay. Let's
Let me see.
Let's see.
shopping carts spread throughout the parking lot, and they'll just be like a shopping cart ghost town. In Germany, that is not the case. You need a coin to access a cart, and you also want your coin back, so you have to return the cart to get your coin back. And it's a good system, it's nice, and there's not abandoned shopping carts everywhere.
And our last.
That's a big deal in the U.S. Everybody just throws them out there. We would always run them back.
Yeah.
Well, not always, depending.
But isn't it interesting?
Well, we had like in U.S. they have shopping cart return things.
Right.
We would always put it at the return shopping cart areas.
Yeah, but it's like another thing that the U.S. does as extra that creates a whole nother job because somebody has to go and retrieve those carts and you have to pay that person, which increases the prices and all of these things. So
like beggars and stuff like that.
You got to pay them to go and retrieve it because people don't care. They leave a cart way 50,000 feet away.
True.
Yeah.
Good system. It's nice, and there's not.
And what Greg was referring to about me in the shopping cart in the grocery stores is sometimes
like all times. Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
But like if we're shopping and I just need something from over there, I'll leave the cart in a place where I know it's not going to bother anybody, and I kind of put it there, and then I run over there.
Your cart is the only cart that's in the thing. Everybody else got the cart with them.
Abandoned shopping carts everywhere.
And our last point number 16 is in Germany, you should not jaywalk.
We ain't in New York City.
Yeah, but we're kind of in Berlin. So let's say you should not, but a lot of people still do it. Although I think the majority of the people kind of follow the rules and they do not jaywalk. You should always cross where the little traffic light is, and then only when the green mannequin tells you. Not the red one. And it's not that hardly persecuted, but you can actually get fined if you get caught in the act jaywalking. So the police sees you, gets you, I don't know how much it is, 5, 10, 20 euros, something like that. So you should not jaywalk in Germany.
I think here in Spain, I think people will jaywalk. However, like if you walk in the crosswalk, the cars will stop.
Oh yeah.
If you don't use a crosswalk,
they will not
better
stop.
run for your life. So at least that's our experience.
Yeah.
So I just want to point that out.
All right, so those were our 16 things that you should not do if you go to Germany. Let us know in the comments below if you can think about any other things that you shouldn't do in Germany. Also, maybe you've been to Germany and some things of these might have happened to you. We would be curious to hear about that.
Oh, let's see what she said. I like her.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Yeah, let us know in the comments if there's, are those things true? Were there other things we shouldn't do? Because we're going there one day, by the way. Yeah. So we're coming to see you. But yeah, so let us know.
That was cute. I like that.
Yeah, I do like them. She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
But I do like that. All right. 16 things. Okay, let's see what the people say. Let's see what the people say.
Oh, wow. They got 9,000 comments on this.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. In Germany, we don't say goodbye. Wir klatschen auf die Oberschenkel mit einem lauten so und bleiben noch eine Stunde langer. Okay, let's see.
I'm glad you got that one.
In Germany, we don't say goodbye. We slap our thighs with a loud so and stay for an hour longer. Oh, that is awesome.
That's great.
I'm gonna do that. They're gonna think I'm from there, sort of. All right, let's see here.
That's cute.
I don't want to torture everybody again here. So on the subject of deposits, if you don't want to take your can or bottle with you, always put it next to the trash can. This makes it easier for the next deposit collector to take them with them. Last one here. In Germany, we don't say ouch when we slip and fall on the ice. We say
just translate it.
I'm Simon Uber bestimmt. Okay, yeah, let's just do this. Okay, we say from 7 a.m. there is an obligation to clear and scatter. Oh, I will sue you.
And I think that's beautiful.
All right, awesome, man. That was a good video.
Yeah,
we gotta watch more of them. I like them.
Yeah, I like them.
All right, cool. Well, subscribe to the channel if you stuck around this long. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Bye.